Okay, so I have a monumental discovery right now. So sometimes when pieces break, it's almost like a blessing, but this piece right here, we received it and customs decided to smash it open. I think they've thought X marks the spot inside of here because this Ankh symbol, right, of the all-seeing eye. Look at how powerful this mask is. I mean, look at the details and the patina. Look at this almost Anubis looking god right here. Some UFOs, but overall you can just see these layers of patina, the direct, red Ojuelos like adhesive that we see all throughout the Ojuelos artifacts. Okay, see if we can get a decent look at the color shifting, the age and patina all along the edges. It's like this piece had layers, and I mean, look at how many years it would take for all these to wear off. And it has the direct, distinct artistic signature of the Ojuelos artifacts, even though it has a really unique alien looking face, right? So the lips are inlaid, the eyes are inlaid, this really amazing third eye inlay right here, and extreme aging and patina all along the edges here. It's an amazing UFO on the back here, so it's kind of hard to get angles of all the sides. But look at that, another UFO. There's obviously an interaction happening here. We'll have to try and get all the symbols that's on the bottom as well, but this looks like almost like a UFO and a planet. Some movement coming out of the planet. But what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to look inside this piece, because we have this broken Ankh, and we can now look up close at how this looks on the inside. And what I notice is there's almost some perfect like cross hatching. That's exactly what you do when you're trying to make an inlay. You want to make a lot of texture. But one thing I don't see is a lot of glue to hold this all in. Right? This whole thing looks like it only had a tiny bit of glue right here. Maybe some in certain little locations, but what do we got on the bottom of this here? See a little tiny bit on the edges. And you definitely can see a patina shift on the artifact itself, right? From where it's broken, and on the inside where it would have been protected and, concealed and hidden away from any, moisture or water, creating that calcification, right? Where the water evaporates and leaves a layer of patina, which is what all this is. This patina only forms through thousands of years of time. And we have manganese. We'll look up close. You can see little manganese deposits, which, takes thousands of years. So hundreds of thousands of years. So we'll look up closer. And you can see exactly where this piece, fit perfectly into this little location right here. Locks in. You can see where the top of the Ankh fit perfectly right here. So this is what they thought. They thought something must have been hidden on the inside of this. So they either chiseled it open, but whatever happened, I received it. It had been inspected through customs, and this is all we had left. So what I've done is I've gone and documented all the little pieces, and I've gone and seen a few pieces fit perfectly like a... Okay, so as you can see, this is the Ankh, or basically the cross with the all-seeing eye on it, and this is where it was. I received it obviously smashed into pieces because I think that customs thought that there was probably some form of drugs inside there, but it's obviously an extraterrestrial head. Very aged, a lot of different ages and patina looking adhesive right here as well. And we see direct connections to what you see on all the Ojuelos artifacts as well. So from style to glyphs to this red adhesive. But yeah, this part as well looks really interesting, like really rough on the inside. And then this is obviously where this piece went. Clicks right in here perfectly, and you could tell how this might seem like that would be what was going on here, where someone would mark X marks the spot, like there'd be something on the inside. So they must have, in a sense, like they kind of delicately broke it open. There is still some big break marks right here, but I don't think this happened during the shipping in any way, just because of how much it would take to break an inlay like that out of its own little area. But overall, it's going to be a lot of work. I have all the pieces right here. I'll be putting them all back together, one piece at a time. There's still like little tiny pieces here that we could, sample. Definitely analyze what's happening here. Maybe even this tiny little piece in the corner, we could sample and analyze it, because it's still pretty much stuck there. Zoom in a little bit and get access to it. What? This looks like it's a seed. Let's see if I can get a shot of this thing. Okay, interesting. This little part of the wall here. Still kind of connected right here. But overall, this could be a good piece to sample and test. But I think it looks like it could be an actual seed. So if this is, what do we do? How do we know if we could catch a carbon dating period on that? If this is an ancient seed, or if it's brand new. I'm definitely going to keep this and see what we can do. This would be a good dead tell if they had either added in a seed into this little area or not. And right here there's a deity. It looks like the deity obviously is, got a UFO above it, and there's another being on this side. There's a form of communication happening here, but almost looks like exactly where this being's hand is. There's almost like the seed was placed delicately and precisely. Okay, so what I'm doing is I have to document this. This seed basically came right out of this corner of this artifact right here, and it almost looks like where this extraterrestrial is almost doing this offering. So I'm not sure if that is part of this ceremonial piece, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and document this little seed, preserve it in this little bag here. And I want to take this little sample as well.